So far we have seen that what are joins. We also understood the concept known as inner join. Now the another type of join which I would like to discuss is nothing but a left join. Now what is the meaning of left join? Where does this left join table comes? What is a left table, right table? You remember that when I was giving an introduction, I told you that table 1 acts as a left table, table 2 acts as a right table. But let's try to get a more detail or more intel about the same. So when I say that I'm going to understand or I'm going to join the data with the help of left join, so what does it means? So what is a left join? So left join, it combines data all from the left table. So it combines all the data from the left table. So it combines all the data from the left table, which means I'm going to take all the entries from the left table. Then what is the purpose of joins? That becomes like a select star from that table name query. But it's not the case. It combines all the data from the left table, that is a half part of the query. It also combines data from the right table. So it combines all the data from the left table and matching records. Now what is the meaning of matching records? Means the records which are matching based on the common columns. You know the matching records wala part which we have studied in inner join. So the same kind of concepts would also be carried over here. So and matching records, but this matching records will be considered from what table? From right table. So it is going to consider all data from the left table and only matching data or the matching records from the right table. Wherever the match is not found from the left table, it is going to show us null. Let me also help you understand that how does it works and what is the meaning of left table and right table. You know in joins, minimum to minimum we are going to use two tables. So which table is going to act as a left table and which table is going to act as a right table? Let's try to understand the same. So if I write the syntax of left join, as I said, the syntax of the joins is not differing so much as we are changing the types. It's one and the same. Only the name is changing. But the functionality do change when the name of the join is changing over here. So when I write select, I write the column list, which I have the list of columns which we have from. From what? I am writing this list from table 1. So we have table 1 over here, and then instead of inner, instead of inner, I'll write something called as left join. So in that dash, in that space, I'm writing left join. So I write something called as table 2 over here, and then there comes a joining condition on table 1 dot column is equals to table 2 dot column over here. So table 2 dot column. So this is what I have considered. But how will I get to know that which is a left table and which is a right table? So just see, I have written join as a command, and what is there on the left hand side? What is left hand side is this. So on the left hand side, which is a table which I have considered? That is table 1. So table 1 acts as what table for me? It acts as a left table. In inner join, there was no concept of left and right because it is taking the matching records from both the tables. So you don't need a concept of left table or right table. But in a left join, we do require a concept to be known as left table and the right table. So which one is a left table? The first table you consider into the query is known as a left table, or a table to the left hand side of the join is known as a left table. And which one is the right table? The table to the right hand side of the join is known as what table for me? A right table over here. So which one is a left table? This. And which one is a right table? This. So it is going to combine all the data from the left table, that is a table 1, and only matching records from the right table over here. That's what we are going to get in the answer. But let's try to see with an example that how does it solves and what kind of output do we get when we perform a query related to left join. Now imagine I'll take the same example of students and courses. So students, and I'll take courses. Let's say, and I have a question. Now what's the question over here? Find all the students course details. Now what is the question? That I want to know all the students course details, means whether the students have enrolled or not, still I want to know the course details for the same. So I have ID over here, I have the student name over here, so I'll write student. I have student ID over here, and I have the course which a person is doing. So I have ID as S1, I have ID as S2, I have ID as S3, I have ID as S4, and as I said that the student name is Raj, Rahul, Sam, and I have what? Rashi. So these are the 4 students who are there into my database, and I have course tables in which S2 is doing a course of SQL and S3 is doing a course of, let's say, Python. So these are the 2 tables which I wanted to combine. But what is the question? Find all students course details. So I want all the students information, that is student IDs, S1, S2, S3 and S4. I want all of them. But do I have course available for all of them? The answer is no, I don't have it. But when I want all the data from one table and I'll only take matching records from the another table, I am going to choose a left join over here. So how does a left join works? Let me write the syntax for the same. And what is the query for my particular question is, I'll write select. I'll mention star. So all the columns from which table. So the table which I write first is a left table. So which table? All the information I want all the information from the students table. So from what? From, I'll write students table. So that's my left table. And what type of join I do need to do is left join over here in what table? Into courses table. So it is taking left table and this is the right table. The students table is the left table, courses table is the right table over here. And what's the joining condition over here for me? On what basis? From the students table, I am going to consider what? ID is equals to, from the courses table, I am going to consider what? The student ID, that is the SID, which I am going to take over here. So when I write the query, what is going to happen and how the parser is going to understand the question and the result for the same. So here if you can see, when I say students and courses and when I do left join, so parser will take all the details. First of all, it will check both the tables, that is the students table and the courses table. First, it will try to match the inner join records because there is a joining condition students.id, students.id. So what is the joining record? S2 and S2, S3 and S3. So that will be there. So if I show the result set over here, so the output over here would be, let's say ID, I have student and I have what? Course. So which is a common between them on the basis of the joining condition? We have S2 What is there? S2 is there. What is the name of S2? Rahul. And what course Rahul is doing? Rahul is doing SQL. S3, is S3 available? Yes. What course S3 is doing? S3 is Sam. Is Sam available over here? Yes, and it is doing Python. So it is taking matching records from the right table, but it's a left join, so it will take all the pending records as well. So I have S1, I have S2. The name of S1, left table is student, so I have S1, that is Raj. I have S4, sorry, which is Rashi. So here you can see Raj and Rashi's names are there, but their course will be null. Why? Because they have not enrolled for any course. So this is the output which we are going to get when I do a left join. It is going to take all the data from the left table and only matching from the right table. So here if you can see, ID and student is considered for all the tables, but courses are only considered for those tables where it is finding a match from the left table. So this was my left table and this was my right table, and this is how left join has worked. So left join combines all the data from the left table and only matching records from the right. This is what we have understood. One of the things that please note that left join is also known as left outer join. Left join also known as left outer join. So what does it mean? That it's a left outer join. That is, it is taking all the data from the left table. What is the meaning of an outer? Outer means all the data from the table. So it is taking all the data from the left table. So it is also popularly known as left outer join. So many a times in interview it is asked, do you have or do you know the difference between a left join and left outer join? The answer is one and the same. The outer as a keyword is an extra keyword which is added in order to mention that it is taking all the data from the left table. That's what the answer is. It is not like the left join and left outer join are two different concepts. It is the same concept which is there. It is also known as left outer join. So you should not get confused when this kind of question is asked to you into the interview. So even if you don't write outer, the answer is still going to be the same. So this is how left join works. Let's try to see practically with the example. So we have seen inner join ka example over here. If you remember what's a left join? Left join. Left join combines data where all the records from the left table and also matching records from the right table are considered in the result set. Left join is also known as left outer join. So it is also known as left outer join. And if you know the syntax, the first table which we have is left table and the second table which we mention into the query is nothing but the right table over here. So as per the question which I have with me, let's try to solve and let's try to see how does a left join gives me the answer over here. Find all the customer details. So I want all the customers order details, means whether a customer has placed an order or not. I want all the order details for all kind of customers over here. So if I do select star from customers, so it just shows me what the customer's information. It does not show me the order details for the same. So if I do select star from orders, so I have orders table which is there, but not all customers have placed an order, so I can get the answer over here with the help of left join. So select star from customers. So this customers is acting as my left table. As I told you that when I write something before join or on the left hand side of the join, it's my left table, and from where it is considering orders. And what's the joining condition? On customers dot id is equals to orders dot id over here. So here if you can see, all the customers information is being given. Can you see? that this customer 105, that is Nihal, has not placed any order. 107, that is Prerna, has not placed any order. So these are the two customers who have not placed any order over here. So for them, the order details are blank. So all the customers are being considered, and from the right side, only the matching records are being considered over here for us into the query. If you see the another question, find all the details, all the order details for all the customers. So I want all the details of all the customers. It's one and the same. So if I write select star from, but I write orders table first. So orders table is acting as my left table, and I do left join over here. Which table? Customers table, which are there, and I write on. And what's the joining condition? Orders dot id is equals to customers dot id over here. So that's there. You can see there is some mismatch happen. Why? It is showing only order details of those customers which is finding a match. Why? Because if you can see, orders table is my left table. It is taking all the data from the orders table and only matching from what table? From the customers table over here. This is how it works. So writing the tables into the left hand side and right hand side is very important based on the query. As I said, left join could also be mentioned as left outer join, and the result is still going to be the same. There is no such difference into the result over here. Why it is called as outer as a keyword? By it is taking all the data from the left table. So this is how left join works, and this is how the left join can help us to get the result set as per the requirements of the query. So I hope we are clear with what is left join and how do we implement left join into the query result set for us.